In this lesson, we are going to talk about getting your conversation started. You have seen an overview of what a good conversation looks like, and you've heard about how to prepare for an academic discussion. So let's say you've done all of your homework and you've gathered together all the information you need. Now what? Let's look at actually getting the talking started. First, remember, a conversation is not a competitive sport. The goal is not to plow over everyone to get your point across or to dominate the conversation. If anything, an academic conversation should be a team endeavor with equal effort and even participation from all. So go in with a collaborative attitude. A lot of university classrooms have a setup that isn't conducive to conversation. Desks or tables are often in rows in a lecture hall style with all of the students facing forward. So the first step is to get settled into a position where all participants are able to see each other. You may have to move chairs and desks to reposition yourselves. A circle formation is ideal, that way everyone can see each other. This group isn't ready. There's a student in the middle with her back to another student, and there's a student who's sitting on a desk. You can also see that no one has come to this conversation with an open mind or the idea of cooperation. There are a lot of crossed arms here. Try to be aware of your body language. This is much better. This group's ready to talk. Here's another example of a bad setup. They're in a circle and everyone can see each other, so that's good. But there's too much unnecessary stuff. You should clear everything you don't need off of the desktops. There shouldn't be sweatshirts, backpacks, or even large drinks creating a wall between group members. If you don't need your computer or phone for notes, it's a good idea to put those away too. They're just distractions. This is much better. So now you're set up to talk. The next step is to introduce yourself. Remember, it's pretty normal for classmates in a university classroom not to know each other. Students usually know the faces of their classmates, but they might not know each other's names. So let's imagine a conversation in which students don't know each other's names. One student says, "So, what do you think?" And another student answers, "Well, I thought she had a good point." It's awkward. This would be much better if names were used. So introduce yourself at the beginning. An easy way to do this is just say your name. "Hi, I'm Rachel." Usually the other person will answer back with their own name. Don't feel bad if you don't know your classmates' names. They probably don't know yours either. One way to ask is, "Hi, what's your name again?" This again at the end implies that you may have known the name in the past, but you've forgotten, and it sounds a lot friendlier than directly saying, "Hey, what's your name?" In the United States, handshaking is common when you meet someone. But if this seems too formal to you, or if you've been sitting next to the person in class for weeks already, a handshake is not necessary. A friendly smile works great in any introduction. It's time to get down to business and start talking about the topic. Look at your materials. What are the discussion questions? Make sure everyone in the group agrees on what needs to be discussed. It's very important to address the question. A really common problem in discussions is going off topic or not hitting the target. It's really important that all group members agree on what should be discussed. Let's say the question is, discuss the causes of the water crisis. And your group talks about how to conserve water. Well, this isn't a cause of the crisis. You have missed the target. Or say the topic is, discuss possible solutions to the high cost of university tuition. And then your group ends up talking about how hard it is to pay for college. Well, it may be true, but your goal was to discuss solutions. Again, you've missed your target. If the question is, discuss the advantages and disadvantages of social media, a good idea is to start by writing 2 columns in your notes to list advantages and disadvantages. This way, you know that your discussion will hit your goal. To sum up, make sure you have a good arrangement so everyone can see each other and participate equally. Then introduce yourself to establish a friendly environment and so you can use each other's names during your discussion. And finally, make sure everyone understands the discussion topic so that your conversation achieves its goal. Now you're ready to start your conversation.